It is October 6, 2025, and we are tracking pop-up showers and very humid conditions across the entirety of the island chain of Hawaii as we're going forward throughout the rest of this week. Hey everybody, Meteorologist Drew Davis alongside with you. We've got a no-hype weather forecast for you today as we're looking ahead throughout the rest of this week and into this weekend. Let's just start out and take a look out the window to show you what's going on with our current weather. Again, at the back half of last week, we were giving you this heads up of a very weak frontal boundary that's actually moving across the island chain right now. You can draw out where this front is. This is not a typical front where it's going to be affecting our temperatures a lot, but it is bringing some associated moisture. So again, this is a very old dissipating front, and just zooming in towards Oahu, I don't want to focus on this too much because this is probably going to be outdated by the time you see it. A lot of the moisture from it is going to continue moving off towards the south, and we've been seeing some showers across Oahu over the last 4 hours, really throughout this afternoon. The front is actually expected to retrograde, moving back up towards the northwest, so some showers are possible for Kauai and Oahu as we're going into early Tuesday. I want to break down the mid-level flow and show you what's actually going on, the big picture here in the atmosphere. A lot of this is happening because of this weak trough, this weak low pressure system out there that's been cutting us off from the trade wind flow out there. That's why we're not seeing typical trade winds. It actually moved southward over the past couple of days and is expected to continue moving further westward and then start to retreat back up towards the north as we're going forward throughout the rest of this week. We're really not going to be seeing the trade winds from this really until Saturday and Sunday of this week. You can see the trough as we're going forward. Specifically, this is the European model. It really just sits north of us. This is Tuesday, so you're seeing a lot of activity and deepening low pressure up there. And like I mentioned, it's going to continue sitting just north of the island chain as we're going into Wednesday and Thursday. We're seeing southeasterly wind flow because of it, and it starts to weaken throughout Friday and Saturday. We start to see the trade winds return slightly as we're going into Saturday and Sunday, so it'll be a little bit breezy out there at times. But then this trough in the long-range weather models can actually start to dip further southward again. So again, this is a cutoff low at this point. And Sunday and Monday, we might be seeing some rainfall out there. So just showing you that playing out in one of our rain futurecast models. You can draw out where the front is again. So very weak frontal boundary right here. This is again is going to retreat back up towards the northwest. So you can see that play out as we're going throughout Tuesday morning. And really, it's still weak out there, so we might see some showers over Kauai throughout Wednesday. This just kind of hovers to our north as we're going throughout Friday, and then it starts to return another low pressure system as we're going into early next week. Giving you a closer look at what's going on, again, we're going to take this pretty slow. So we're still seeing showers this afternoon over parts of Oahu. You can see the rainfall out there. Pop-up sea breeze, leeward showers over parts of Maui County and Hawaii Island. Again, like I mentioned, the front starts to push back towards the northwest very slowly throughout Tuesday and Wednesday out there. Outside of that, we're going to be seeing southeasterly winds by the time we get to Wednesday. It's going to be very humid out there, starting to see those daily sea breeze showers throughout this week. So pop-up showers in the hottest part of the day, so in the afternoon, and that could be over leeward areas, which desperately need the rainfall. So hopefully we'll see some beneficial rainfall out there. Again, winds outside right now, we're seeing some northerly winds of areas behind the front, but we're actually seeing southwesterly winds over in Honolulu right now. A little bit more variable as you go down the island chain. So breaking down our first alert windcast, like I mentioned, we're going to be seeing more southeasterly winds as we're going forward. This is Monday around 5 p.m. Still seeing relatively variable winds, relatively light and variable winds for Tuesday afternoon. Southeasterly winds are expected to build in as we're going into Wednesday afternoon. A little bit out of the south-southeast, around 5 to 10 miles per hour, and allowing those pop-up showers to really happen in the afternoon. Because of it, we are going to be still seeing some light Vog out there from episode 34 of the eruption of Kilauea in Haliba'uma'u crater. Really, as we start to see those southeasterly winds build in, we might be seeing some light Vog creeping up across the rest of the island chain, but it's not going to be as thick as what it could have been last week when we were closer to the eruption. Let's break down your surf and shoreline forecast. North-facing shores and west-facing shores are dropping after a swell over the weekend. A small pulse on south-facing shores around 2 to 4 feet as they're going into Tuesday morning. East-facing shores around 1 to 3, so they're dropping out there. And just long-term, again, we are going to be seeing another northwest swell build in. A small pulse on south-facing shores as we're going into Wednesday and Thursday. You can see that energy. And as we advance this, because this is just a sign of the times that the seasons are changing, potentially our first big northwest country swell going into this weekend. This is going to evolve, so we've got to keep a very close eye on it, potentially above advisory level. So again, the seasons are changing. Winter surf may be making a return as we're going into next week. Of course, we're tracking the tropics out there. There's a lot to talk about. We've got Tropical Storm Octave. This is a system that we're really not expecting to impact us at all. And of course, we've also got Hurricane Priscilla out there just to its northeast. As we're going forward in time, the system's actually going to be making its way back towards the continental United States and parts of Mexico. Not worried at all. It's just showing you that the Eastern Pacific is baking out there. Like I mentioned, Hurricane Priscilla is a Category 1 and is expected to continue moving off towards the west and northwest. No threat to moving into the Central Pacific at all. It is a Category 2 and a Category 1 by the time we get to Wednesday and Thursday. And like I said, it's baking out there. The National Hurricane Center has another area right here you can see in the red with a 70% chance of development over the next 7 days and a 20% chance over the next 48 hours. So outside of that, again, this week we're expecting pop-up showers, light southeasterly winds, and a return of the trade winds as we're going into this weekend. So hopefully you'll see some beneficial rainfall out there over the next couple of days. We desperately need it with the ongoing drought across portions of the island chain. Make sure to like and subscribe. We do a weekly weather update video like this on the Drewbert Weather Channel. And again, thank you for all the support we've been receiving so far. So I will see you tomorrow, weather permitting. This has been meteorologist Drew Davis.